Alright, so this is one of the toughest week in the wrestling community. Not only for Big E, but for Scott Hall. So apparently y'all know what's going on with Big E. He broke his neck this past Friday on SmackDown, and it's been documented on TV. And Big E just confirmed the news while laying in the hospital with a neck brace. And even though I don't like the character, but I'm praying for his speedy recovery. Just seeing that on TV, it really turned my stomach so bad. The last thing we want to happen is if a wrestler loses life over a neck injury, because that could either cause an early retirement or could end up being paralyzed forever from the neck down. Because that's kind of what happens when you break your neck. Your spinal cords can come very damaged to the point where you can't even walk right. So if it ends up like that, there's a possibility that you could end up being paralyzed for the rest of your life. The reason why I'm bringing this up, because it does happen a lot. So, like I said, I am praying for Big E's recovery. I hope he comes back strong and healthier this time. I don't like seeing stuff like that on TV, so that's why you haven't seen me, react to a lot of wrestling matches. Though, even though I reacted to that Edge promo, that's probably the only thing you'll ever get from me. Getting back to something serious for a minute. So recently the news broke out that Scott Hall is in life support. So apparently he's on life support right now. And I can tell you a few things that led up to that vicious 3 heart attacks he's had. So it all started last week when he fell and broke his hip to the point where he had to have surgery. And then all of a sudden, his blood clot went loose, leading up to the 3 mild heart attacks he's had. So now he is on life support. The wrestling community is at its worst when you hear some negative news like this. It's another thing to hear about another wrestling legend who is going through hell trying to get back on his feet, get his life back on track. But apparently that was a huge setback because of a blood clot. Such a terrible week for wrestling all over the world. And knowing how Scott Hall has a history of in and out of hospitals and rehabs, he's been through a lot. So I'm not even going to bring up his past, but just note that there's been prayers everywhere. So you will be hearing prayers for everyone, including myself. I am praying that he makes it out alive, because the last thing we need to hear is that Scott Hall has passed away, and we don't want to hear that. So I encourage y'all to go and show your love and support for Scott Hall and just pray for him, because right now this guy needs all of the motivation and all of the love and support and the positive energy that he needs. So yeah, I'm gonna see y'all in my next video.